Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. We all know how important it is to take rest days, to listen to our bodies when it's time to rest, whether you've been working out really hard for several days in a row, or you're just really tired, or you're listening to some of the messages your body is sending you to take it easy. We want our muscles to have time to recover, our cells time to regenerate. However, it is important to move your body every day. We are meant to move. So even just getting in touch with that body in simple, small mobility movements, stretching movements is a really great way to do that, to practice your rest day and to connect your mind and body, which I'm always talking about. So this is a sequence for you if that applies to you, or you can do it post or pre-workout, whatever you like. So we're going to start standing, just the feet a little wider than hips maybe. We're just going to start to mobilize the joints. Get some lubrication in the joints, the synovial fluid. So circle the shoulders up and around as you bend the knees. Remember, when it comes to the joints, motion is lotion. And circle. Let's keep the tummy in, as always. A light lift of the low belly, nothing crazy. Bending and circling, bending and circling. Let's reverse the circle and keep bending the knees. Bend and circle. Let your arms just follow along. And feeling a little movement, flexion in the knees, ankles, hips, rotation in the shoulders, and relax. And just take the arms out and just legs a little bit wider and just reach side and reach side. And try not to overstretch anything. Reach, just go to your own degree and reach. And reach, and now take your arm up and over to the side and stretch, and up and over to the other side. We're moving through this and stretch, and up and over, stretch. Just getting in touch with that movement. Feel the breath in your body, and now take your arms out, bring your legs hip distance, and rotate. Wrap your arms around yourself, give yourself a hug, and then open. And you can take your hips with you here. So we're rotating the entire spine. That includes the lowest part of the spine. And up and around. And now just let those arms flop a little bit as you go a little faster. So you're twisting the spine and twist, just letting the arms follow along. And twist. And twist. Now take your legs out wider. I just want you to tread through your foot and tread through your foot. So toe ball heel and toe ball heel. And you can just sort of do anything with your arms that's intuitive. You can make it a little dancey, or you can do what your foot is doing, point it into the floor, and take your hands to your hips. You can reach your arms up if that feels good. You can even stretch your body a little side to side as you do this. I want you to move intuitively here. That's why there's all these open options. You're just getting in to the present moment of your body, connecting in. Now circle the shoulders and keep treading the feet. Circle again. And circle. And now slowly start to step the feet in as you keep going. Circle. And let's take the feet closer. You can do heels together, toes apart here. This really helps connect the stance and root into the earth. If that's uncomfortable for you, stand however you can. Big inhale, arms up. Let the breath connect to the movement. Exhale. Big inhale, arms up. Let the breath initiate the movement. Exhale, reverse the arms. Inhale up. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more side stretch, up and over. Now this time you can press your hip out a little bit if that feels good. And lift and up and over, stretch. And lift. Let's stand wide. Take an arm across your body and just stretch out the outside of that arm. Again, just to your own degree, always sending your breath into the place you feel the stretch. And exhale, look for the release. And release that arm, move it around a little bit, let it go. And then take the other side, stretch it across. Open up the back of the shoulder a little bit, tricep, breathe into your stretch. And release. Now I'm going to face side. Stand your feet hips distance or wider. We're going to take a forward fold. You can soften your knees a lot if you need to. I want you to clasp your hands behind your back. Open your chest first without overextending the spine. Soften the knees and fold forward to your own degree. Let your fists fall forward. Breathe. Try to keep the weight slightly forward in your feet, not all the way back in your heels. And then bend your knees a lot. Put your hands on your hips, and with a flat back, come up. Now, change the grip of your hand. It feels awkward like you're holding someone else's hand. And stretch your chest, bend your knees, and come forward. Breathe. Let your head be heavy. Breathe into it. And slowly, without snapping, take your hands on your hips, flat back, bent knees. Press yourself up. Okay, we're going to come onto the floor. Let's come onto our hands and knees first. We'll do a little cat-cow to mobilize the spine, just easy. So tuck the toes, inhale, lift the chest, lift the tailbone, push into the floor, tops of the feet down. Exhale, tailbone and head round towards the floor. Tuck the toes, big inhale. Now move with your own body's timing and breath. Keep doing these. Let the breath initiate the movement. And there's a pause. It's a 4-count breath. So the exhale, there's a pause at the base of the exhale where you stay empty. And there's a pause at the top of the inhale where you stay full. And now, after your next round is through, come back to a neutral spine and bring your right hip and right shoulder towards each other. And then left hip, left shoulder. And right. And left. Now gently, feet together, knees apart. Press back into a child's pose. And then come forward and put a little weight into your arms. Just a little bit. And back. So I want you to think your whole spine is shifting forward and back. Your whole spine shifting. And forward. And back. Now this time you're going to go back and hold. I want you to make 2 fists. Stack your fists and let your forehead rest on your fists. Now stay here. Rock your head a little side to side. There's a relaxation point in the middle of your forehead. And I want you to let your fists just press gently into that as your hips release down. And then slowly come up. And you're going to step 1 foot forward to a lunge. Now you can keep your back knee down if you need to. And now if it's too hard for you, you want to pad it with a towel or a blanket, feel free to do that. Otherwise, let's try to straighten the leg up and really stretch through the front of the hip flexor. And I want you to inhale, lift into a twist and breathe. And now press the back heel back, lift the top fingers up and press into the bottom hand. Imagine you're in a side plank from the bottom hand. So those arms are reaching open, you're stretching the back leg. And lower it down. Now if your knee's not down, go ahead and lower it, but slide it back a little so you're really more on the lowest part of the quadricep. And then flex your front foot, straighten the leg. We're going to move through this. We're going to bend forward and stretch. Excuse me. And forward and back. And forward, moving. Mobilizing those joints and forward. Now back. Now we'll hold it. Stretch to your own degree. Maybe you're up here. Maybe you're all the way down. Do you. Come on up. Bend it a little forward. I want you to take your hands forward. Come back and change sides. So you can keep your back knee down. Otherwise, lift it up. Stretch that back leg long and open up into your twist. Breathe deep. opposition of energy in your hands, rooting into the earth, stabilizing and reaching with the top arm, stretching that back leg. Breathe deep. And come down, lower your knee down if it's not already. And we'll take this moving back and inhale forward. Exhale back. Let your hands help you and forward. And again, if your back knee is padded, that might feel better for you. You might enjoy this more. And back. One more back to hold. Stretch into that hamstring. Breathe into it. Remember to send your breath where you feel the stretch. Exhale, look for that release. And come on forward. Now, let's take the knees back. Stand up on those knees for a moment. Circle the shoulders. And we're just going to sit onto the heels and then back up. We're just warming up those quadriceps a little bit. Now, if you need to keep your toes tucked, that's fine. Just down and up or down. Down and up. Let's try reaching the arms forward and up or arms up. Down and up. Just 3 more. Down, tummy in, up. 2 more. And up. And down. And up. And relax. I want you to have a seat. So there's a Pilates exercise called rolling like a ball. Jessica's going to move her mic pack out of the way for this one. And it's really great for your spine and your breath and your whole body. We're going to do a modified version. We're all going to modify this. So we're going to take our hands behind our thighs instead of into a tight little ball. But we want to keep balance right on our tailbone, and we want to keep a C-curve in our back. So we're round. The heels are going to stay where they are. They're not going to fly away or come in and out. We'll inhale back and exhale up, okay? On your own breath. Just don't let your head touch. Inhale, exhale. Feel that little massage of the spine. And back and up. Send the breath out from the middle. Connect the breath to the movement. And up. One more. And sit up and take a little butterfly stretch. Now, your body is your body. All of us have different hips. Some people's knees flop right open. I wasn't built that way, so I bring my feet out a little bit. Whatever works for you. If sitting like this is enough and you're like, Jessica, I can't do anything else, that's okay. You could just sit there. Otherwise, you're going to try to come forward a little bit. I like to open my feet up like books and use my elbows and my inner thighs to stretch forward. Whatever you like, you might be flopping forward right now. The other great option for you is to have your fingertips back and use the strength of your arms and the strength of your legs to try and open your knees. It's a little more active, but it feels really good and stable, and it's pretty user-friendly. And then come on down. Okay, we're gonna come onto our backs. And I want you to take your arms out to a T, and you're gonna lift your knees up to a tabletop. Now, let's allow the legs to fall over to one side, and you're gonna take that back arm down onto your legs. So this is a really great chest opener, spine rotator. I want you to have your top hand behind your tush, and you're just gonna bring it back. You're tracing the floor with your fingers. Bring it back, open the chest to your own degree, as high as you feel you can, and then back all the way down to your lower back. And then reach it back, trace the floor, open that chest, and down. Feel your shoulder blade moving around. Feel where there might be kinks in the chain. And back. Now this time, you're gonna hold it open. Breathe into that twist. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then come on up, and we'll go to the other side. So you're gonna roll to the other side. I'm gonna stay looking up so you can hear me, but you're gonna bring your arm down, or your hands behind your tush, and you're looking forward, And then you're going to trace the floor with your fingers. Out and up. Forgive the neighborhood noises. That's the world we live in, kids. And up. We all accept it. It's the easiest thing to do to move forward in life. Just accept the things you can't control. And open. And down. One more. Open and hold. Breathe into that stretch. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Enjoy it. And engage your belly to come back to center. Protect your back. Now we're going to take this little mobilizing exercise before we do a deeper stretch, just to get warmer even. So watch me slow first, and then you can join. So I'm bringing my knee up, and then my foot comes down. I slide it out, and then I toss it up, and I bring it down. I slide it in, so the knee comes in. I slide it out and up. Join in anytime. And in. It's a little coordination thing, but once you get your rhythm, it starts to feel really good. Knee in and long leg, up and down. Knee in, long leg, and up and down. In and up and in and up. Now go ahead and hold the back of the knee, bring it in, circle it around, and stretch your leg up. Give it a little stretch. Bring it in towards you. If you need something to hold on to that's not your leg, that's fine. You can wrap something around that leg. Grab a towel, grab a strap, grab a sock, grab a necktie. Anyone wearing neckties these days? And stretch, stretch, stretch. And let's cross it over for our little reclining pigeon figure 4 stretch. So we start here, and before we do anything, we're going to put that bottom foot down. And I want you just to take this leg by itself and try to open it a little, just a little bit. Open. We're working that hip joint. Open and open. Don't push too much. Open and open. Open. Now we'll take the hip stretch. Hold either the back of the hamstring or the front of the shin. Either way, if you're holding the hamstring and you like to straighten the leg up and circle the ankle, you can do that. But breathe into that hip. Send your breath there. Inhale and exhale. Pull it in. And slowly release. Okay, shake it out. Set up for the other side, our little mobilizing exercise. Knee comes in, leg goes long, reach it up and down. Knee in and out and up. Knee in and out and up. And in and out. Toss it up, really mobilizing the hip, dynamically stretching the leg as it moves. Getting ready to stretch it deeper. 2 more. And up. 1 more. In and up, and hold the back of the leg. Give it a little circle. And then stretch it up. Holding the leg wherever and however you can. Bring it in. Breathe into that leg. And then cross it over, getting ready for that stretch, but let's first take that side down and take that little motion where we open the leg. It's opening, we're moving. Really great little mobility for the hip joint in a place that doesn't get it a lot. And open. Now hold it open and take your stretch. Hamstring or shin. If you have the hamstring and you like straightening the leg, to circle the ankle. Just move intuitively here into your stretch. Your body knows what it wants to do. So our bodies want to feel good. Our bodies want to be well. They're sending you messages all the time. It's up to us to listen. Deep breathing into the stretch. Exhale. Find the release. And roll up. And I want you all to come to your belly just for a brief stretch for the front body and the quadriceps. So we're going to take our hands under our chest. Legs can be together, separated, but I want your belly to lift a little bit to protect you. So you're just going to lift up a little. If you want to turn this into a bigger spinal extension, you certainly may. Press into the arms a little bit then if you want to bring the hands out more and press up even more and have the elbows very close to the ground, it allows you to almost pull yourself forward. It's kind of like Sphinx Pose in yoga, which we're going to do in a moment. Press as high as you want to, and then lower down. Now we are going to do Sphinx Pose. So legs come together, your forearms, your elbows come right under your shoulders, and your palms are flat. Now the goal here is to work the upper back. You're pulling, imagine you're dragging the mat back. So my hands and forearms are actively pressing in. Breathe deep, open the chest, and lower down. So make a little pillow out of your hands for your forehead. I'm going to keep my head up so I can talk to you. And you're going to flex the right foot and bend the knee so your heel comes towards your tush. Now you are actively stretching it without pulling the foot towards you. And I want you to touch the toes down and bring it in. So there's almost a little kick to your tush. This is a very dynamic stretch for the quadricep. You're also activating the hamstring to do it. And back and up, back and up. Now just one more and hold. Now if you want to, reach around and grab the foot with the right hand without bringing the knee way out to the side. You're welcome to do that. The goal here isn't heel to tush. The goal is bring the tailbone down and the hip forward. That's where the stretch comes in. Breathe deep. And slowly release. And set up for the other side. So flex the left toes. Bend the knee, squeeze the heel to the tush, activate the hamstring, and touch and squeeze. And good, so we're stretching the quadricep actively, engaging the hamstring and the glute a little bit, and touch, and in, flexed foot, and in. Now come in and hold. You can hold it here, or you can take your hand back and bring it in. Remember, it's hip bone down and tailbone down. On this side, I'm not even going to hold very much. I'm going to let it do it by itself because I've got some knee stuff. We all listen to our bodies. And place it down. Let's press into child's pose. This time, really wide knees. Sit back on your heels. I want you to take your hands and walk them over to the right, keeping your sitting bones towards your heels. So you're stretching the opposite side of your body. If we're reaching out to the right with our left hand, we're stretching the left side body. Breathe into the ribs, back ribs, side ribs, front ribs. Feel that entire side body breathing. And then slowly, slowly walk to the center and then to the other side. So the right arm reaches to the left. We're trying to bring the right hip back down to the heel. Stretch, breathe. Stretch that side body, breathe, breathe, breathe. Come to center and come on up. We're gonna take a little figure 4 situation. So this is a 90-degree angle. I've got hip, knee, ankle. Same thing with the back leg. Hip, knee, ankle. Now we're gonna flex the feet and we're reaching towards the diagonal, the direction the knee is in the front. And you're just going to your own degree. That might be right here, or that might be lower. I want you to lift the belly. Now this front foot, feel the difference when you relax it or when you flex it into the earth. You're gonna activate more of a stretch. Go to your own degree and breathe, breathe, breathe. The entire front, outside of the leg, the hip, the IT band, breathe into it. Exhale, look for that release. Stay here, stay heavy, let gravity help you. The longer you breathe here, the deeper you can get. And then slowly, slowly, slowly use the strength of your arms to help you up. You're gonna take one leg out to the side, bring the other leg out, bring the other leg in and back. So that's our little playful transition. Playful or not. So hip, knee, ankle, set 90-90. Same thing here, hip, knee, ankle, okay? Very important. So start to go to that diagonal. Flex that front foot. Feel the difference when you do that and when you don't. To your own degree, stretch into that side. You're going to definitely feel a difference with hip stretching. We always do. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Go to where you can go. Send your breath into your stretch. Exhale, find your release. Couple more deep breaths. Try to get deeper, go longer. And then using the strength of your arms, slowly come on up. We've got one more stretch to do. So if it's hard for you to sit up with your legs straight, two options. You can soften the knees or you can separate them more, or both, okay? Otherwise, you're trying straight legs together, whatever works for you. I want you to sit tall first. So really with your hands or fingertips into the mat, push your shoulders down, lift your belly, get a little activity in your body here. And then inhale the arms up and exhale, come forward. So you might go here and stop, and that's great. And you're gonna breathe into your stretch there. You might come more forward. The idea is length. Your spine will eventually round, but you're elongating to get there. So we're not contracting, we're elongating. Eventually there will be some spinal flexion. So breathe into this stretch. Also, forward folds are very calming for the nervous system. So allow your breaths to get slower and longer. Inhale deeply into your body. Fill up with breath. Exhale. Elongate your exhale. Elongate your breath out. Find the release, the letting go. Stay with it a couple more deep breaths, deep, slow breaths. And then just gently have a comfortable seat. And I just wanted to remind you guys to please take care of yourselves in body, mind, and spirit. Listen to the messages your body sends you, and act accordingly. Practice as much self-nourishment and self-care as you can. And I hope to see you again on the mat. Thank you.